Thank you for allowing me to speak to you on the subject, known by the scars. Known by the scars. And I got that from Genesis 45, verse 1 to 15. Read it at your own pleasure slowly. Verses 1 to 15 of Genesis 45. Joseph reminds us that we bear the marks of pain we have felt, but they need not hurt us any longer. Our scars are a physical record of past hurt and healing. When confronted with the pain of his past, Joseph pointed to God's provision for healing, not only for himself, but for his family and his people. Joseph's 50-20 vision tells us that despite all evidence to the contrary, God is still at work. That's why I call it 50-20 vision. God is making things good despite appearances. We suffer the scars, but the wounds of this life are not ultimately fatal for those who put their trust in Him. Does this mean that every tragedy we experience is a silver lining? That all evil is really good? And that all our suffering is somehow being orchestrated by God? Not at all. Notice that the end of Genesis has the same message as the beginning. In Genesis 1, God creates the universe, the earth, and us, and calls it all good. By chapter 3, however, humans have rejected God's goodness for self-serving sin, and yet, despite all human efforts to the contrary, God's intention for good overcomes. God used the slavery of Joseph to save his chosen family, through whom all the earth would be blessed. The God who does this is also the God who transforms the evil and unjust death of Jesus into the salvation of the world. God's goodness wins in the end, which is why the Apostle Paul, even while languishing in prison with many scars of his own, could say, "We know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose." Romans 8, verse 28. Plastic surgeons routinely try to erase the scars people have accumulated over the years. There are cosmetic reasons to do so, but there may be spiritual reasons not to. Joseph didn't ask for his scars to be removed. He showed them to his brothers and saw them as signs of ultimate healing. The reason Jesus did the same, when he came out of the tomb, he had the scars as identifiable marks of how God can make even the horror of his death into a vehicle for good that blesses the whole creation with restoration and renewal. What scars do you carry? What the physical, emotional, psychological, or spiritual scars that mark your life? How might they become signs of healing? And how occasion for a new vision of life for you and others you meet? Joseph looked at the scars of slavery and saw that God had a saving plan for his life and the lives of his people. Perhaps the scars you carry can enable you to speak into the pain of someone's life. Showing that scar of past abuse may help others have the courage to seek healing. Revealing that pain of loss may put you in a powerful position to help others who are grieving. We didn't ask for these scars, nor did God inflict them upon us, and yet those scars can make known to the world how God can make good out of the worst situations. Scars never go away, and yet the scars of Joseph And that Jesus reminds us that the tears we shed, the emotional pain inflicted on us, and the heartache of loss will all become memories one day. Like the scars of Jesus, we still bear the marks, but they need not hurt us any longer. They can be signs of healing for us and for the world. Scars tell a story, and that story can lead us and others around us to healing when we realize that God is still at work, making all things good. Thus, 50-20 vision. God bless you, my friend. This has been Baraka Muganda, spending time with you on behalf of SolaFide Church. Thank you so much, and God bless you.